All right, so we're here with Combate Americas atomweight Nicdali Rivera, who competes January 19th only on UFC Fight Pass. Thanks, Nicdali, for your time. So you're competing January 19th for Combate, and we're pretty close to your fight. How's training camp going, and how are you feeling leading up to your fight, considering you've been off for a while?
Well, 10 months really isn't off for
No,
me. One time, what is it?
no, go ahead. Nothing.
Um, my last fight was 10 months
Mhm.
ago for FCF. I fought a girl named Ronnie, and it was her first fight at 115. She's normally a 125er. And I went up in weight to fight her, and I won. So, and before that, I fought a kickboxing fight in November. I took those 10 months to really work on my game.
Mhm.
I got Coach Robert Follis. He's the head coach at Extreme Couture to be one of my head coaches, and him and I have been working since my last fight together. He saw me work with Heather Jo Clark for her fight against Carolina. I can't say her last name, but she just fought.
Yeah.
Kovacevic,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
and so we realized then that we worked really well together. And I'm really glad I took that time to really sharpen my skills.
Mhm.
Um, because I feel like a lot of times I would get away with certain things because I am very athletic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nice.
so I'm really excited about this fight.
And the fact that you're in Mexico City, that you're fighting in Mexico, what does that mean to you? Because I know it's something that's really important to you to actually be able to fight there, right?
Yes, since I started MMA about 10 years ago, my goal was never to be in the UFC. Obviously, they don't have my weight class. It was always to fight internationally, but the place I wanted to fight most was Mexico City because I'm part Aztec, and this is where the mecca of like the Aztec
Mm-hmm.
warriors. It's like if
Yeah.
you're Italian and fighting in Rome.
Yeah.
And have you traveled around Mexico City and see like the temples and stuff like that? Have you had time to make your way around Mexico? Do your
Yeah,
rounds?
I've actually been here one time
Oh,
before,
okay.
and so I got to eat really good food because I wasn't on a super strict diet like I am right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually Sunday we went to Teotihuacan,
Uh-huh.
the Aztec pyramids, and that was just it was a very moving experience for me, a very spiritual experience, and
Mm,
I'm so thankful for Combate Americas giving me the opportunity to
right.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to other pyramids, but that one it just for energy. You know,
Mm, cool.
so
Awesome.
if you guys ever get a chance, you guys should go.
Yeah. I heard it's pretty.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah. And the fact that you're out there at least 2 weeks before your fight, right? So, I mean,
I got here Wednesday,
yeah.
last Wednesday.
Well, okay.
Okay, so that should help with in terms of acclimating to the altitude and all that. Was that something that was already with your team, your fight team, or Combate
Yeah.
to get out here early?
Yes, Combate wanted me to come out here earlier because they want the best performance out of me. My team wanted me out here early. Like I said, Coach Robert Follis has had numerous fighters fight in Mexico City before and in Denver,
Yeah.
and he really pushed me really hard. We work conditioning more than we do normally in a fight. Um, every single sparring session that we had, he'd make me do at least 4 or 5 rounds.
Wow.
Mm,
So, and at a crazy pace,
yeah.
a very comfortable pace. I mean, you guys know, if you guys seen my fight, I fight at a crazy pace.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was even more so. So he was really like pushing me to do that. And so was my strength conditioning coach, Travis Calanoc, who he went to the IMG Academy for his school where
Mm-hmm.
GSP did all
Mm.
his strength conditioning. So
Oh,
I think
wow.
I'm good. I'm feeling good out here. The first 2 days I got here, I was kind of feeling it going up the stairs.
Yeah.
But I actually think going to the pyramids and walking 7 miles up and
Wow.
down those pyramids
That's crazy.
actually helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how does it feel, to be put in that co-main slot? I mean, does that add more pressure to you, knowing that you're, part of the
Actually,
spotlight?
not really. I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time,
Mhm.
and I've been the co-main event before. I've been the main event before. I
Mhm.
fought very high level opponents such as Felice Herring,
Yeah.
Jessica Finney,
Yeah.
Angela Magana. You know, I'm not even nervous. I'm just so excited to show everybody what I've been working on, and I'm just ready for this.
Right.
And I just want it to be next Thursday already.
Oh man.
And what do you make of your opponent this time around, Lisbeth? What do you make of her? Have you seen her before and her fighting style and how it matches up with yours?
Of course. She is more of a stand-up fighter. She does have some takedowns. She's very scrappy. She's gonna come and bring it. This is her hometown.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for that. I'm ready for her to come and bring it to me, and you know, I'm gonna take it to her. So I'm gonna have it at the end.
And I know, like, you know, most fighters want to just focus on their opponent, but do you have an idea of who you want to compete after? Maybe just this next fight or this coming up fight?
Actually, I do. I am very focused on my opponent, and I'm not underestimating her at all. But after I have my hand raised, I am going to call some people out. I'll go ahead and say who I kind of want to fight now.
Yeah.
I want to fight Andy Nguyen. She just fought Risen.
Yeah.
And she won by armbar. So everybody's been talking about her. So I kind of want to fight her because she's got like some hype behind her.
Right.
And I think it's very exciting for the fans to watch her and I duke it out. And she likes to stand and bang as well. Right. Or I'd like to fight Stephanie Skinner because she beat Kira Batara. And I think that would just be like a really good fight for me to kind of like, oh, well, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Now I'm going to, so that way it'll set up like a rematch. Or I'd like to fight two other people. I mean, I have like a list, so not the one particular.
Your hit woman.
Yeah, you got your hit list.
I also would want Catherine Cordigone. She's Irish.
Yeah.
She's the top 13 in the world at 105, so that would like raise my ranking.
Yeah.
And last but not least, there's a girl named Irene. I think Irene. She's from Spain.
Okay.
And, I like the way she fights. She has pretty good stand up and pretty good ground, and she fights at 105 and 115. So if you guys watch her fight, you guys will see why I want to fight her too.
Yeah.
So.
It's smart for you to have like a list because
a hit list.
You know, because most fighters just kind of say. You know, like most fighters just say, "Oh, you know, give me who you want to give me." But it's good to have someone that you want to attack afterwards because it's a good promo. And, you know, just like you should watch some pro wrestling before to get you're cutting the promo thing down to the T.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
And I know you were also going for that rematch with Kira. Are you gonna call her out too or no?
The thing is, she's had like 2 or 3 fights with the promotion, and I've only had one, which was against her. So this is my second fight.
Right. Yeah.
So like, it's only fair that I fight 2 times before I rematch her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
I could beat her, honestly. I think I would beat her right now. But the thing, like, I feel like you should earn your rematch. Like, if somebody wanted a rematch with me, I'd be like, we'll fight twice, and then we could fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Fair. So I'm a very fair person, and that's why.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what? And I don't know. Again, fighting in 10 months or whatever, but like the people that you fought are pretty big names. But then most people say that Kira has been pushed a little more, you know, than you in the Combate. I think she fought for Risen not too long ago in Japan. How do you feel about Combate pushing her and like kind of leaving you behind?
You want to hear something funny about that? Is they asked me first if I wanted to fight in Japan. And I said no, because I've already fought in Japan and I don't want to fight in Japan.
Yeah.
I do not want to fight in Japan unless they're going to pay me an amount that they don't want to pay me. I fought in Japan already, and I love Japan.
Yeah.
But it's not my thing.
Yeah,
you know? If I could fight in Mexico, in the U.S., in Europe, like I would love that.
You're down, yeah.
it's just Japan is just not for me.
What
Unless
about Japan?
Unless the money's right.
Okay.
What about it is what that kind of like turned you off over there?
Just their culture is so much different than the Latino culture.
Yeah.
They don't even, when you hand them money, they have like a tray that you put it on. There's no contact. I mean, people just stare at me weird when I'm over there. Just like
in a creepy way, or like
yeah, like I hold hands with my husband and stuff, and people are just like, it's just totally different. They bow, like Latinos, when we like meet each other, we shake hands, besitos, like none of that. No. And just the food's really different. And then I have tattoos, so it makes the weight cut harder because you can't be in the sauna with anything on, and I can't be naked because I have tattoos. So it was really the roughest weight cut I've ever had, ever in my life. And I just didn't like the way they treated me as a woman. I just felt they had one contract before, and then when I got there, they had a totally different contract. I was just kind of like, seriously?
Wow.
Didn't like it, and then my opponent weighed me in naked. I mean,
that's super weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things that was just left a really bad taste in my mouth. So if I had to do that fight again, it would have to be a really sweet show me. Yeah.
Right. Now, you're managed by Misha Tate still, right? Or
yes, I am.
So, recently she retired from mixed martial arts. Tell us some of your favorite Misha Tate moments in MMA.
Oh my gosh. The first one was when I met her in Bodog Cook and Shoot in 2009, I think it was. No, it was earlier than that. It was like 2000. It was 2007. And I didn't have to cut any weight to fight at 125. They had a tournament for 125 and 135.
Right.
That's the one where Caitlin knocked everybody out or whatever. Anyway, so Misha had to cut like 20 pounds or something like that to make 135. And she didn't have a sauna. I guess like something happened with her sauna suit. It was ripped or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like walking around, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "You can have my sauna suit because I don't need it." She's like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then she was so worried about giving it back to me after the fight, but she like came and sat down while she was in her sauna suit, and then like Brian came over and he was like, "Hey, get up! You need to get in the sauna, start cutting weight right now." And just that little moment made me think of like, oh my gosh, my husband is like the same way. He's always like pushing me and like making me like do things, to be a better fighter. And so then we met up like maybe 6 months later or something. We both had a fight for Fatal Femmes. And both of our opponents lied about their so yeah, she was about to walk out to her fight, and they're like, "No, you're not fighting. Your opponent lied about getting." It was like the difference of going to an ophthalmologist and an optometrist, because California is like the craziest commission.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we just like talked all night, and that's when we became like super close. And then she came out and helped me train to fight Sally Kromdiak. And I was having a really rough time. This is like fast forward like years later. And so I went with her to train at Team Alpha Male for a month. And that was just really cool. I really got to, get to know her a little bit more then, because it was like in her space and her routine. And then her and Brian came out and cornered me and my husband we fought in Puerto Rico. So that was really awesome. After our fight in Puerto Rico, we went out with the promoters. And we danced like almost half the night, and they took us to the beach, and we woke up and like the sun was amazing. So that was in 2010. She cornered me for the Felice Herring fight, which was awesome. And then when I fought for Invicta, I fought Angelica Chavez. She didn't corner me, but she was in the front row, and I could hear her
shouting
at me.
Yeah.
And shouting, and so I listened to her. And then I was having a really rough time around the time I was fighting Jody Estevao. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. Like, my life is just crazy right now. Like, my husband and I were going through a really rough time in our relationship, and we were going to get a divorce, actually.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, it was hard. Like, we were at odds with each other. And basically, I did that whole fight camp by myself. I didn't have him helping me. He made my program for strength conditioning, but I did my own diet. I did my workout plans. I set up my own partners and everything. And I just talked to her, and she basically saved my life because she told me, like, girl, move out here with me. You can stay at my house. Like, and so she saved my life at that moment.
Wow.
And yeah, it was crazy because right after that, after that fight, when I came home, my husband was like, I am so sorry for everything that I've put you through. I'm an asshole. And let's move to Vegas. I was like, what?
Party!
He wants me to quit. He wants me to quit fighting.
Yeah.
He really did. He was like, and I was willing to basically quit because I've been with him since I was 17 years old.
What?
So, yeah. So it was really difficult for me because I love MMA and I love him so much. But I wanted to show him that I love him more than anything in the whole world. And basically I did. And he's like, you know what, let's move to Vegas. And then he worked his ass off, like worked like 40, 60 hours a week to save enough money. And that was like basically a year ago. And we moved to Vegas, and we've been in Vegas for a year. And it's like the best thing we've ever done. And, you know, Misha let me live in her house. I mean, like and yeah, Misha saved my life.
Wow. It's quite a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has she,
so people don't realize, like, oh, they're like, oh, she's just her friend because of this. I'm like, no, like Misha and I, we've been best friends for like 8 years.
Wow.
So.
Wow. What does she kind of helped you out with in terms of this camp? Does she kind of give you any advice or work out with you? Yeah.
Gives me advice like on my career, and then she just gives me advice on like different, I don't want to say like give it away, like different things that I've been working on, but you know, my last sparring session, she was there, and I really hear her well. I listen to her well, and all the things that she was telling me to do, I did. So she was quite impressed. She actually told me this is the best I could look. So
nice.
Oh, nice. I know you do commentary, for Combate as well. Is that something that you want to do after your MMA career is done?
Actually, no. You know what I'd really like to do after my MMA career is done? Do you guys have you guys ever seen Dan Hardy's MMA show that he has?
Yeah.
I want to do something like that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
But in Spanish and English. Like, you know, kind of like do a little bit in Spanish, do a little bit in English, or maybe just do it all in Spanish.
Yeah,
you know,
sweet.
To get the MMA fans more in Mexico and Latino America like more familiarized with some of the ground stuff, because a lot of the fans don't realize what's going on the ground. They don't realize it's so technical and it's very difficult.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Do you want to do a whole breakdown type of thing, like of like fighters and fights and cards and all that, huh?
Interesting.
And
cool.
He actually does techniques on there too.
Yeah.
So I'd love to do that. You know.
Oh, sweet. That's pretty cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh. Actually, there is something I'm working on right now. It's called Los Magnificos. And if you go to Alberto Del Rio's Instagram, you can see a little bit about it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because you've been working on some stuff with Combate, right? I know Combate's been working on a lot of things that they're going to release this year. Can you talk about any of it or no?
Well, I can. No, I can tell you. Go look at his page, and it'll tell you a little bit more.
Cool.
Did you know about Alberto before he came on? Because I'm a big pro wrestling fan. So did you know about his wrestling work in the industry?
Oh, I feel so embarrassed. No, I didn't. I feel so embarrassed. No, I knew about his girlfriend, and I actually feel kind of like an asshole because, because I didn't know it was Paige at, So I see him at the hotel in LA, and I was there like to do some social media for Combate.
Yeah.
And I see, and this is before he was announced the president, so I didn't. Oops. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, you're so beautiful. This is the page. I was like, you're so beautiful. I was like, are you a model? And then she just like started giggling. She's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, oh my God, you should be. You're just so gorgeous. I just can't stop staring at you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I went to the room and I was talking to my husband, and he's like, wait, because we were talking about her, and I was like, wait, that's freaking Paige. Because he's like, Paige is supposed to be here. And I was like, that's Paige from Total Divas. I was like, oh my God, I totally asked myself. And so, yeah, and then my mom was like, oh, Alberto. She doesn't even watch pro wrestling, but she knows who Alberto is. She's like, oh my gosh, she like freaked out. And then I realized who he was, and I felt like an asshole.
Well, I mean, she is a model.
I'm sure Paige was also very nice about it too.
I mean, she is a model because she does some work for the WWE, like as far as modeling. So you're half right.
Yeah. Well,
that's funny.
And then I went and looked Alberto up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm an asshole. But you know what? I've done that with a lot of famous people.
Really?
I didn't realize who they were, and I like said some funny comments, and now they're like, oh, Nicdali, you're so funny.
Yeah, I mean, like I think he was bigger in Mexico than he is in the US. So
yes. Yeah.
We'll do Underground.
Yeah. All right, Nicdali, I want to thank you for coming on the show. It's been awesome talking with you and seeing you. Yeah, we hope to like see you in the next Combate or some other one when you come back to the States. You know, did you have any? Right. Did you want to shout out to your sponsors or let the people know where to find you?
Yeah. Well, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram, just at Nicdali, Nicdali. I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Also, my fan page, Nicdali. And I'd like to thank all my sponsors. Float Sanctuary, love you guys. You guys are awesome. Trout Lake Retreat in British Columbia, which I will be visiting this summer.
Ooh.
I'm not into snow, so I have to wait till all that leaves. Fighter Alias, Prototype Combat. They made me a badass outfit and walkout shirt. So you guys,
nice. I think did you post it on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys like it?
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
And they also did my banner, and my sponsors since 2010, since I bought Police Herring, Babes of MMA. Check them out. They have all kinds of hot ladies.
Ooh, they're associated
with MMA. So.
Yeah, cool.
You know, like it's funny because when we tell fighters to get the sponsors, most of them don't know what to say. So, congrats on your memory. It's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun talking to you, and thank you for sharing your stories. It was pretty inspirational, and hopefully, you can
no problem.
like inspire some girls who are kind of dealing with the same thing. So,
yeah.
We look forward to your fight, and hopefully, you competing for a title sooner rather than later.
I'm gonna be very active this year. Combate and I are working on a plan for me to fight 3 times this year.
Nice.
So.
Awesome. Cool. Well, hopefully you get those fights that you asked for, and hopefully.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Before we leave, who would you guys want to see me fight?
Kira.
Okay, other than Kira for the next fight.
I think the Spanish girl you wanted to fight. It seemed like you wanted to fight her earlier, so I'll go with that one. I'm gonna go with that one.
All right, that's a good one.
It's a safe bet. But, I mean, I want to see you.
Seems like you really wanted that one, so I was like, all right, go.
I mean, I want to see you compete against Kira because I think there's a story to be told.
Yeah.
So,
but that will come in time, I guess. Yeah.
But until then, best wishes, and hopefully you win, and you can mention MMA Complex on your post-fight interview. No pressure. And then we'll see you in the States when we see
sometime soon. Yeah.
Yes, and safe travels as well.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Out.
Peace.